Okay, quick question for you. Who is the last person you really, truly trusted online for health advice?
Hmm.
I don't mean the doctor in the white coat. I mean that friendly, relatable person.
Oh, yeah. The one who just seems to get it.
Exactly. The one who figured out the secret to feeling good is just, casually sharing it on an Instagram story.
It's like finding this little piece of gold in all the noise online. You feel like, finally.
Yeah. Unbiased, genuine advice from someone who's just passionate, not pushing something.
Right. It feels authentic. We've all had that feeling.
Okay, but what if I told you that friendly, trustworthy face might be charging hundreds of thousands of dollars to deliver a message?
Oh.
And that message was crafted by a PR firm, paid for by the very corporations they seem to be fighting against.
Suddenly, that cozy, authentic feeling gets a little bit complicated.
A little bit expensive.
That's exactly what we're digging into today. We're looking at this documented, massive, and often totally hidden financial relationship.
Where corporations are what? Basically renting credibility?
They are absolutely renting credibility from social media influencers, from health gurus. This isn't a theory. It's just very, very expensive marketing.
So our mission for this deep dive is to look past the filters, past the friendly smiles, and really understand what's going on.
Yeah, we need to see how these messages are made, who's paying the bill.
And why you have to know the difference between real information and, well, perfectly targeted multi-million-dollar propaganda.
To get it, you have to start with the problem the corporations have. I mean, why do they even need to rent trust?
Right. Why not just be trustworthy?
Well, because they have a serious generational trust deficit. Big pharma, big food, they have huge credibility issues.
And when you say huge, we're not just talking about a feeling. There are numbers to back this up.
Oh, absolutely. Let's take the pharmaceutical industry. Since the year 2000, Big Pharma has racked up over $126 billion in penalties.
126 billion.
And get this, if you look closer, over 60 billion of that, more than half, was specifically for patient injury and harm. That's a track record that basically reads like a warning label.
It's hard to sell health when your history is.
Yeah.
Well, that much financial damage. It doesn't just cost money, it costs public confidence.
Of course.
So as a corporation, how do you sell people on wellness when you have a multi-billion-dollar history of causing injury?
You can't. You can't generate that trust internally. So you have to go out and buy it.
You borrow it.
You borrow it. It's like, imagine a disgraced politician, right? No one listens to them. So what do? They hire the beloved local football coach to just stand next to them.
Just to soak up some of the goodwill.
Exactly. They find people who you already trust, and they pay them a massive premium to deliver the corporate message.
And this isn't just like a standard ad rate, is it?
Not even close.
This is a premium specifically for the trust factor.
It's a huge multiplier. A standard influencer might get, say, $20 to $25 per 1,000 views.
Okay, that sounds normal.
But if that influencer is one of these high-trust figures, a doctor, a guru, someone who feels independent, that rate is multiplied by 8 to 12 times.
Wait, hold on. So you're talking about up to $240 or more per 1,000 views.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why? Why is that digital credibility worth 12 times a normal ad?
Because they're not just paying for views, they're paying to sidestep all the skepticism you have for a banner ad. They're paying for an unfiltered injection of their message right into your feed, and it's disguised as friendly advice.
Okay, so let's put some real dollars on that premium. Prepare yourself for this.
I'm ready.
If you're one of these highly credible health figures, a single 60 to 90-second YouTube post could earn you between $250,000 and $500,000.
For one post?
For one. And an Instagram reel. Maybe 1 million views. That could net you $150,000 to $300,000.
That is a down payment on a house for talking about something for 60 seconds.
When the payoff is that big, the motivation to stay financially independent kind of shrinks, doesn't it?
It shrinks to almost nothing.
It's just staggering. But the way the payment is made, it's designed to keep that corporate scent off the money.
Exactly. The corporations almost never go to the influencer directly. They work through these very specialized PR firms. That's the hidden hand here.
So these PR firms are like casting agencies for sincerity.
That's a perfect way to put it, yeah. They have teams whose whole job is to find the perfect face, hire them, train them on talking points, and then craft the message so it sounds as authentic as possible.
They're turning a real human connection into an industrial product.
And this is where the legal side of things starts to get a little bit fuzzy. The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, they require clear disclosure.
Right, you're supposed to say if it's an ad.
You're supposed to tell people you're being sponsored. But the reality is, over 40% of social media influencers just skip that step.
And the fine is what, $50,000? Which sounds like a lot.
But if you just made $300,000 on that one post,
It's just a business expense, a cost of doing business.
the reward for not disclosing is just so much bigger than the risk.
And when they do want to hide the money, the methods can be really, really sophisticated.
Oh, yeah. I mean, take the case of the osteopath people knew online as Dr. Mike.
Okay, I know who you're talking about, a very influential guy talking about public health. And he said very clearly he was never compensated by a vaccine company.
He looked right into the camera and said it. Seemed definitive.
Yeah.
But when you do a little digging in public records, the story changes.
It always does.
Easily searchable info shows that Dr. Mike got over $1 million from Abbott Labs.
Abbott Labs. Now, to the average person, that just sounds like a research company or something.
Exactly. But Abbott Labs is a major pharmaceutical company.
And they sell vaccines.
And they sell vaccines. So the claim that he was never paid by a vaccine company is this careful little linguistic shield.
So maybe their vaccine division didn't write the check.
But the parent company that makes a huge profit from vaccines paid him $1 million. It is technically truthful, but it is deeply, deeply misleading.
It's the ultimate legal smokescreen. It protects his image while still delivering their message. So, okay, this influence, it's not just individuals. It goes deeper.
Much deeper. This is where the strategy shifts from buying one person's credibility to buying systemic influence over policy.
You mean the groups we all rely on for dietary advice?
Yep. Big Food, for example. They invest heavily in pushing messages that deflect attention away from their products.
The classic one being?
Obesity is just about energy balance. Just exercise more.
Ah, yes. The it's all your fault argument.
It's wonderfully convenient, right? It shifts the entire burden onto you. You're lazy, you lack willpower.
And it takes all the focus off the sugary drinks and processed foods that are literally engineered to be overconsumed.
And to see this in action, you have to look at an organization like the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. They represent over 100,000 dietitians.
These are the people writing the textbooks, advising schools on what's healthy.
Well, public information requests found 80,000 pages of correspondence between this key organization and big food corporations.
80,000 pages.
80,000. Their list of funders reads like a junk food aisle in the grocery store. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Hershey's, Abbott Labs again.
That is, I mean, that's not a sponsorship. That is hiring the fox to design the security system for the hen house.
And then handing him the keys.
So what does that mean in practice?
It means, how can an organization give independent advice when its funding comes from the very companies whose products are at the center of the health crisis?
So their advice ends up being about macronutrient ratios or activity levels.
But never a serious discussion about food quality or ultra-processing.
And we see this everywhere, right? The American Heart Association telling us to replace saturated fats with seed oils. You have to ask, who funds these groups?
And once they control the organizations and the influencers, they deploy the final trick.
Which is?
The sponsored myth-busting video.
Ah, yes. The professional debunkers, here to save us all from misinformation.
But these videos are not about a balanced debate. They are designed to label any alternative viewpoint. Skepticism about seed oils, low-carb diets.
Anything that challenges the status quo.
As misinformation, fringe science, or just plain dangerous. They don't engage with the science, they just slap a scary label on it.
The attack on low-carb diets is a perfect example of this. They'll say a ketogenic diet is dangerous, and they'll say the science proves it.
Yes, and the science they cite is often just it's laughable. We found one study they always use as proof that keto caused a severe side effect.
Now, what did the study actually say?
When you look at the methodology, the participants were eating 44.8% of their calories from carbohydrates.
Wait, what? 44.8% carbs?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That is not a ketogenic diet. That's not even a low-carb diet.
Of course not. But by labeling it dangerous without showing the actual irrelevant data, they use their authority to scare people away from a diet that competes with big food's revenue.
So the goal is just consistency. Repeat the approved message over and over.
And aggressively discredit any opposing view without ever touching the actual nuance. Just control the whole narrative.
So what does this all mean for you, the person listening? Just trying to figure out how to be healthy in this world.
It means that The vast majority of digital health information you see is a carefully curated, sponsored product.
Just like TV and print media.
The antidote to all this noise, all this money, it's just awareness. It's about slowing down, connecting the dots.
And asking one critical question.
Right. Is the intention behind this information to help you consume less processed food and fewer drugs? Or is it trying to move you in the opposite direction?
And make you a better consumer.
A better, more compliant consumer of corporate products? That's the question.
So, if the next generation learns about health, not from independent research, but from sponsored education and paid-for myth-busting, how will we ever know if the advice we're following is actually good for us or just good for someone's balance sheet? What is your favorite health expert really selling?